With driverless transport becoming more popular and self-driving vehicles closer to mainstream reality than ever, it appears as if many countries around the world are preparing for a future where people rely increasingly less on private transport options like their own cars. In a new study conducted by management consultancy Roland Berger, it was revealed that Singapore was the country ranked the fourth most ready in the world to implement and accept autonomous mobility. The study said that based on its proprietary automotive disruption radar ADR tracker, the island nation had ranked in the world's top 4 in this category consistently since 2017, only behind the Netherlands, China, and Sweden. Singapore ranks as the 4th top country in the world most ready for a driverless future. Image, South China Morning Post. Based on the data, Roland Berger suggested that Singapore would be the most likely within the Southeast Asian region to first roll out driverless vehicles on a large scale, with other forms of autonomous transport also playing a major role. Singapore has been pushing to develop autonomous mobility and has done so with clearly defined regulations and several large zones in the territory open to testing, said Roland Berger principal Timothy Wong. In addition, more trials are also underway for specialized use, such as the recently announced trials of driverless vehicles at Singapore Armed Forces SAF sites. Actively moving towards autonomous mobility. Looking at some of the reasons why Singapore is primed for a self-driving and autonomous future, the company pointed towards the country's forward-thinking approach in terms of mobility innovation, where 85% of its current population knows at least one person who has given up on cars to use other modes of transport. This is significantly higher than the global average of 60%. The data also showed that 70% of Singaporeans constantly use mobile apps for navigation, which beats the global average of 55%. Another survey in the report also showed that only around 40% of Singaporeans were likely to use their own cars for trips around the city, and 65% said that they feel they have more than enough choices for transport for 40% of their trips. Before COVID-19, only 20% of Singaporeans preferred private cars for trips, and although there was an increase since September 2020, the percentage remains lower than the rest, Wong said. This is likely due to the fact that Singapore has been a frontrunner in terms of shared vehicle fleet, with 20.8% being considered as shared mobility rental taxis, on-demand formats. This is with our sample rate being 1.8%, he added. India being the second with 10.9%. Singaporeans generally have more choices in mobility modes. These figures look favorable for Singapore, considering that Southeast Asians appear more excited about the prospect of self-driving vehicles becoming mainstream in the near future, much more when compared to communities in European countries. In another survey conducted for the same report, Roland Berger said that people in Singapore, Thailand, and Indonesia were most looking forward to having self-driving cars on the road, with 30% of participants optimistic about driverless cars becoming operational by 2030. To get full insights regarding automotive disruption in Southeast Asia and the rest of the world, you can read Roland Berger's full automotive disruption radar report here. Read more tech stories. Apple announces self-service repair program will give customers access to parts. New Porsche Taycan GTS has the best range in the lineup. Young Swarrians win Global James Dyson Award for clever glaucoma testing kit. Cover image sourced from the Straits Times and towards Data Science.